Another week of sports and another week with some history. OwlAccess Pass is back to bring you the latest on the past week in Temple athletics. Plus, we'll talk about a Temple journalist who is better known for his soccer skills. Stick with us. OAP starts right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to OwlAccess Pass. I'm Adam Cronally. Brooklyn Vaughn will join us in just a minute with a gymnastics regional preview. But first, let's show you how the team did at the EAGL Championship. It's a new conference, but no problem for the Owls. This was Temple's first ever EAGL Championship after switching conferences. The Owls had previously competed in the ECAC Championships in the years prior to this one. Temple won back-to-back ECAC championships in 2019 and 2020, and it was more of the same on Saturday. Temple was seeded fourth in the meet, but just ask March Madness brackets how important those numbers are. Faith Leary and Juliana Roland led the way for the Owls. Roland led on vault with a school record tying 9.9. Leary won floor with a 9.9 of her own. As a team, the Owls set a program record of 196.5, leading to their third straight conference championship, albeit a three-peat over two conferences. Next up for gymnastics is regionals. My partner Brooklyn Vaughn joins us now to preview the event scheduled to take place in early April. Brooklyn, it's been a few years since the Owls have competed as a team at regionals.
Hey, Adam. Yeah, that's right. It is the first time in 29 years that the Owls will be competing as a full team at the NCAAs, added to the list of exciting moments for this team, who made its debut in the EAGL and can now be known as EAGL champions. The Owls will head to Utah to compete in the Salt Lake City Regionals starting on April 1st. They will go head-to-head with Arizona in the first round, and should they win, they will then go on to compete against LSU, Kentucky, and Utah State in the next round. While the weekend is full of nationally ranked competition for the squad as a whole, there are 3 Owls who are guaranteed to move on to the second day of competition. So let's go ahead and take a closer look now at the 3 ladies who are preparing for their historical NCAA run in the making. First up is junior Ariana Castrente, who will be one of 3 athletes competing for the all-around title. She holds the Temple program record for all-around at 39.350. The reigning ECAC Athlete of the Year has been consistently posting impressive scores all season long, as you can see right here. And then next up is Juliana Roland, the transfer from Bridgeport, who has been a huge addition to this program, and she will be representing Temple on vault and floor at the regional level. She's posted 9.9 on each event, tying the program's 25-year-old vault record. She becomes the first Owl ever selected to compete for more than one individual event on the big stage. And last but certainly not least is senior Faith Leary, who transferred from Utah State back in 2020 and has been a major key to Temple's success since then. She will be representing the Owls with her floor routine alongside Roland. She too posted a 9.9 back in January on the floor. Leary is now the second Owl to ever earn a chance competing on the floor individually. Some of you may remember India Anderson, who was the first to do it back in 2019. It is no doubt an exciting time for this program, and we look forward to seeing the Owls make history in a little over a week when they head to Utah. Reporting from the studio set, I'm Brooklyn Vaughn. Adam, back to you.
Thank you so much, Brooklyn. Over to women's tennis, where the Owls most recently hosted Towson. Another great team performance led the Owls to the 6-1 victory at the Pavilion. Temple swept the Tigers in all 3 matches to earn doubles point and went on to win 5 single flights as well. Coach Moreau said Alexandra Doroshenko played some of her best tennis all year. The Owls are 3-1 on the season. It's time to sub out the racket and grab the lacrosse stick. Temple welcomed in the 11th ranked Florida Gators for 2 straight over the weekend. Temple came into Friday ranked, but the Gators got the best of the Owls. Here's an early goal off the stick of Florida's Cassidy Brenshahan. Karen Akrasius tries to keep the Owls in the game, but it was not enough. Temple dropped this game 15-9. Florida goes on to sweep the weekend series 2-0 after doubling the Owls on Sunday 14-7. Now over to some more important news off the turf. 2 Temple lacrosse alumnae were named to Temple University's 30 under 30 list. The annual award honors the work achievements of outstanding alumni under the age of 30. Former Owls Rachel Schwab with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Brooke Williams, the Director of Athletic Compliance at USC, were each honored in this year's list. Congratulations to them both. Let's send it back out to the Temple Sports Complex where the women's soccer team was taking on Memphis over the weekend. Memphis gets the scoring started off the corner kick. Haley Spray scores her first goal of the season. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Temple evens the scoring less than 4 minutes later off the persistent Gabby Johnson. That's her second goal in 2021. Memphis would go on to take the lead with more persistence. This time it takes 2 headbutts from Lisa Pekensky to give the Tigers the lead. The second half had no offense to speak of. The Owls go on to lose by that final score of 2-1. Over to the men's side, and unfortunately for the Owls, it was more of the same. Temple fell on the road to the UCF Knights. Injuries have been stacking up as of late with key players. Pierre Cayette was injured, but would later return. Santiago Majewski was removed from action for the second straight game, and he was not as lucky. He missed the rest of this one. Temple fell apart in the second half after a penalty kick from Yoni Sorokin put the Knights up by 2. The Owls would go on to lose 4-0. Off the field and into the studio, Esteban Suarez has been a starter for 2 seasons with the Owls. But what you may not know is his involvement right here inside of TV Studio 3 and throughout the Klein College of Media and Communication. The senior defenseman is currently studying to become a sports journalist. His main drive comes from wanting to help others people be heard. Esteban Suarez has been around the game of soccer since he was 10. While growing up, Suarez had a passion to become a sports journalist. In his first 2 years of college, he attended Anáhuac University in Mexico, but the experience was not what he was looking for.
In Mexico, you don't have the opportunity to be a student and an athlete, and I tried to do both, but it was super complicated.
Suarez needed a solution, and he found it through an organization called B1 Sports, which was started by a man named Lucas Baldin.
It's a guy that literally had the same issues as me living in Mexico. So he started this whole company that helps players just to come here to reach out to certain schools and come here to America.
Thanks to Baldin and Temple's assistant coach Armonte Marshall, Suarez landed in Philadelphia.
I love the idea that you could have been like a half student, half athlete.
Since coming to America, Suarez has been growing as an English journalist.
Y también soy un reportero de deportes en español.
Making him a successful and knowledgeable bilingual reporter. Suarez has improved a great deal with his English during his 2 years at Temple, not only when he speaks, but also when he writes.
It's crazy to see because I was one of those first guys when he first came in that I was like introduced to him, and he, his English was not very good when he first came in, and he's improved like so much, and it's crazy to see that he's doing journalism and like pieces in English as well.
His English has vastly improved, and he's, very much bilingual at this point.
Suarez has stayed extremely active off the field, joining organizations on campus like WHIP Radio and Temple Updates Lo Ultimo. But he's also found time to manage internships with organizations like Area Sports Network and Aldea News.
I'm a guy that doesn't know how to say no. I try to write down everything and have like a list of things that I need to do. I'm trying to build everything around my soccer schedule.
He's not the type of kid that's going to sit around and, play video games and sleep all day. He's got ambition.
2 years in, I think it's been one of the best decisions I've ever taken in my life. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that at the end of the day, I came to Temple and Philadelphia, which for the things that I want to do in a future, it's just perfect to be here.
Suarez has filled his spring schedule with several different media opportunities to go along with his soccer schedule. He's only taking one class, but of course, it specializes in sports reporting. His long-term goal is to become a columnist or sports anchor during a World Cup. Personally, I think the future is very bright for Suarez after he graduates this May. The track and field team was in action over the weekend, and it was the return of redshirt senior Grace Moore for the first time in over a year. Moore wasted no time getting back on track, breaking the school record for the 3,000 meter. It was a career best of 9 minutes, 21.61 seconds. Her performance broke the previous school record by over 30 seconds. Temple heads to North Carolina on Thursday for the Raleigh Relays. And we'll finish today's coverage out with some Big Five action. The Temple men's tennis team swept Villanova 7-0 last Wednesday. Temple won doubles point thanks to victories in the first and second flight. The Owls followed that up by winning 6 straight singles. Temple's 4-1 on the season and is scheduled to host Bucknell this Saturday. And that's all the time we have for this edition of OwlAccess Pass, but be sure to follow us on our social media pages at Owl Sports Update to stay connected on all things Temple athletics. For Brooklyn Vaughn and the entire OAP crew, I'm Adam Cronally. Stay safe, and we will talk to you soon.